विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रष्टाय भूतले श्रीमते राधानाथ स्वामिन्निति नामिने नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रष्टाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिन्निति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पश्चात्य देशतारिणे ओम ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सखगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवम् साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्ण चैतन्य देवं श्री राधा कृष्ण पादान् सखगण ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधो जगत्पदे गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसूते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे ईश्वर परम कृष्ण सच्चिदानंद विग्रह अनादिरादिर गोविंदा सर्व कारण कारणम। Hare Krishna. By Lord Sri Krishna's causeless mercy, we are nicely studying Bhagavad Gita every day. So by Krishna's mercy, we are in the 10th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. We finished 24 slokas in the 10th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. That is the opulence of the absolute. Sorry, 25 slokas. We finished 25 slokas in the 10th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. It has got 42 slokas. Now Krishna is in each and every sloka, Krishna is saying that how he is everything. Earlier Krishna, we studied in the previous slokas, Krishna said very clearly that he is the source of everything. Everything emanates from him. Aham sarvasya prabhavo mattaga sarvam pravartate. But now we are understanding in all these slokas how everything is coming from Krishna as a science. So Krishna is the source of everything, and Krishna is the light from the sun and moon. Prabhasmi Sasi Surya. So in this world, in this earth, we are able to survive only because we are getting energy from the light from the sun. Energy, the light from the sun. So Krishna is the source of energy. Krishna is the source of everything. And once we understand this fact very well with the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, then we will be attracted towards Krishna. That is the main thing. Because Krishna is very, very beautiful. Krishna is the most beautiful person, and his unique loveliness charming the millions of cupids, the Gandharvas. Gandharpa Koti Kamaniya Visesha Shobham. So, Koti means millions. So, Gandharpa Koti Kamaniya Visesha Shobham. Millions of cupids, Gandharvas. Gandharvas, they are getting attracted towards Krishna's beauty. Krishna is so much beautiful. And we should be naturally attracted to Krishna's beauty. Because that is the real beauty, that is Krishna, beautiful Krishna. Venum Kwanantam Aravinda Dalayataksham Barhavatam Samasitam Pudasundarangam Kandarpakoti Kamaniya Visesha Shobham Govindamadi Purusham Tamagam Bhajami. That's what Lord Brahma is saying. Lord Brahma is saying that Krishna, who is adept in playing on his flute with blooming eyes like lotus petals, and his head bedecked with peacock's feather, and his body tinged with the hue of blue clouds, and his unique loveliness charming the millions of cupids. So that's what this Krishna is so beautiful. And Govindam Adi Purusham Tamagam Bhajami. And that Govinda is the original supreme personality of Godhead. He is the primeval Lord to whom I adore, I worship. I adore the primeval Lord Govinda. So that way, Krishna is all beautiful. And if we just get attracted to Krishna, if we just get attracted to Krishna, then we are going to get distracted from this material world. That is the main thing. So attraction, distraction. That is the main thing. So we need to get ourselves attracted to Krishna. So attachment, detachment, attraction, distraction. That is the thing. So if we get attracted towards Krishna, then we will get attached to Krishna, then we will get distracted from this material sense objects, and then we will be detached from this material sense objects, material world. That's it. So there are two things. One is on the spiritual world, spiritual, Krishna is there, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And another thing in this material world, all the things are material sense objects are all there. So now for us, if we have the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, then we know very well that Krishna is everything. And Krishna is all beautiful, all famous, and all powerful, all knowledgeful. And Krishna is full of everything. Aisvaryasya samagrasya viryasya yasasasriya jnana vairagyayosaiva sannam bhaga itingina. So anyone who knows that Krishna is everything, Krishna is the enjoyer of all sacrifices and austerities, Krishna is the master of, Krishna is the master of all these worlds, Krishna is the controller of all these worlds, and Krishna is the well-wisher of all the beings, all living beings. So anyone who knows that, just by knowing that, we will get peace of mind, just by knowing that Krishna is everything. So that way, with this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, we are getting peace of mind. That's what we need. In this material world, everything else is temporary. We need to have peace of mind to lead a blissful life. And if we get peace of mind by remembering Krishna, by connecting ourselves with Krishna, with the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, so then that peace is going to be with us all the time. And then that happiness we will be able to enjoy unlimitedly. It's unlimited enjoyment, unlimited happiness. Akshayam. Akshaya means unlimited. Sukham akshayam asnute. So we'll be able to enjoy unlimited happiness. That's what we get from Bhagavad Gita, because Bhagavad Gita is the source of knowledge. So we will get, with the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, we will get more and more Krishna consciousness. We will become more and more Krishna conscious. That means we will remember Krishna most of the time. All the time we will be remembering Krishna only. Then our life will be very beautiful actually. Because that's what is needed. That's what is needed in our life. Krishna is needed in our life. And Krishna is there in our life. And Krishna is there in our body. And we need to just get this knowledge that Krishna is with us. And we need to get this knowledge that Krishna is everything for us. So then, if we are able to do everything only for Krishna as an offering unto Krishna, then this knowledge we will get very, very easily. This Bhagavad Gita knowledge is very easy for us to understand. For others, they won't be able to understand this Bhagavad Gita. They may talk about Bhagavad Gita, they may quote some slokas from Bhagavad Gita, but they don't get the real knowledge of Bhagavad Gita if anyone who is not attracted to Krishna. Anyone who is not attracted or attached to Krishna, that means that person is envious of Krishna. And Krishna repeatedly says in Bhagavad Gita, anyone who is envious of me, they cannot get this knowledge. So the first thing, if anyone is talking about Bhagavad Gita, anyone is quoting slokas from Bhagavad Gita, we need to listen. We need to listen carefully. And if that person really believes in Krishna as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, that's the main. If he says something differently, then that means he's not talking Bhagavad Gita. He doesn't know about Bhagavad Gita. That is the main thing. Because anyone who studies and understands this Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is saying very clearly, they will become my devotee. That's what Krishna is saying in Bhagavad Gita. So anyone who gets this knowledge, who believes in Krishna, who understands this knowledge, so that means they will become sincere devotee of Krishna. Sasarva with bhajati mam. That's what Krishna is saying, that Bhajati Mam means they will worship me. Bhajati Mam Sarva Bhavena Bharata, in all respects. So in all respects they will worship me. Anyone who understands this Bhagavad Gita, the real the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita as it is. So that way, by studying this Bhagavad Gita, there is no doubt, there is zero doubt that we love Krishna. We accept Krishna as the Supreme Personality of God. Krishna is everything for us. So there is zero doubt. So then only we can focus our mind only on Krishna, nothing else. Only on Krishna only. Jitatmanaga prasantasya paramatma samahita. So we'll get the knowledge. Krishna gives us the knowledge. And we'll get the knowledge that Krishna is everything. Vasudevam sarvam iti. Krishna is everything. That knowledge we will get it from Bhagavad Gita. No confusion. Everything is very clear, crystal clear. We understand it very well from this Bhagavad Gita that Krishna is everything. So, then we should dedicate our life for Krishna. When we get this knowledge, when we understand that Krishna is everything and Krishna is the source of everything, and that means we have to simply fully depend on Krishna, surrender unto Krishna and depend on Krishna on each and everything. That means there is no need to worry about our life. There is no need to worry about our future. There is no point, no need to worry, no need to think, no need to feel sad for anything about our future. We just surrender our future, we should just surrender our future unto Krishna. Because he is the knower of everything. And Krishna very clearly says in Bhagavad Gita, you just surrender unto me, I will clear you from all sinful reactions. Do not fear. So we don't have to worry about what all the sinful reactions we have done in the past. So no need to think about it. No need to worry about it. Just surrender unto Krishna. That's it. Krishna says that I will clear you from all sinful reactions. Sarva Papa. So, Sarva Dharman Paritijya Mamekam Saranam Raja Aham Tvam Sarva Papebhyo Mokshayishyami. Sarva Papebhyo Mokshayishyami. I will deliver you from all sinful reactions. Do not fear. Masucha. So that way, we are in this material world. We are struggling in this material world. This material world is temporary. This material world is miserable. And in this temporary miserable world, we are forced to accept material body. And we are forced to go through birth, old age, disease and death. And definitely we are in our, when every year when it comes, just it is November now. So very soon December will come and it will go, and then New Year will come. We'll celebrate New Year. So then during some part of the year, birthday will come. We'll celebrate birthday. But we also should remember all the time that we are getting closer to our death. When we are celebrating New Year, when we are celebrating our birthday, that means we are going to face our death also. We are getting closer to our death. And another thing is that it's not guaranteed. Anytime, anyway, we can die. There is no guarantee at all. Death can come in any form. So Krishna, he is the death. So he is the Kalosmi. Aham Kalosmi. Lokakshaya krit pravritto lokan samahartum iga pravrittaga. Rite pitwan nabhavishyanti sarve. So I have come here. I have come here to destroy this world. That's what Krishna is saying, that Aham Kalosmi. So Krishna is the time. The time is the destroyer of everything. So just we will be finished as a matter of time. But that is true. We understand that. We know that this body is temporary. We know that from this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. So then we won't act foolishly. Because we won't be attached to material things. Because we get this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. And we understand that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And we understand very well that this material world is temporary. Our life is temporary. Our body is temporary. And everything in this world is temporary. Everything is temporary. And also it's miserable. So that way we don't have to worry about anything. We just submit our free will unto Krishna. We should submit our future unto Krishna. So then Krishna will take care of everything. There is nothing to lose for us in this material world. In terms of material sense objects, there is nothing to lose. So there is no need to fear that, oh, if we become a devotee of Krishna, we will lose interest in this material world. No, that's not true. That's not correct. In fact, whatever materially we need, Krishna is taking care of it very nicely, very well. We don't have to struggle for our daily bread. We don't have to suffer. We don't have to worry about our future, whether I will get this degree or not, whether I'll get this job or not, or what will happen to my future, whether I'll get promotion or not, this and that, and so much of worries. No need to think about our future at all. Not at all. No need to think about anything. Just remember Krishna, that's it. Just understand this Bhagavad Gita, get all these slokas, understand all these slokas in this Bhagavad Gita, and just remember Krishna, that's it. By Krishna's mercy, by Krishna's causeless mercy, all our problems will be solved. Everything. Sarva Durgana. Everything. Machittaga Sarva Durgana. Matprasada Tarishishi. Prasade Sarva Dukkana. So everything, Hanirasyopajayate. All our problems, all our miseries, everything will be solved by Krishna's mercy only. We need Krishna's mercy. If Krishna's mercy is there with us, everything will be solved. All the problems are solved. And how are we going to get Krishna's mercy? Only by studying this Bhagavad Gita. This Bhagavad Gita is the knowledge which connects us with Krishna. Because this Bhagavad Gita is the knowledge, Krishna is directly talking to us. Krishna is directly giving us instructions, and Krishna is asking us how to connect with him. And just by remembering Krishna, chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, by controlling our mind, and by doing devotional service unto Krishna, and by not getting attached to the material sense objects. So by all this way, just following each and every sloka what Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, our life is going to be very, very beautiful, and we will be freed from this material bondage. There is no doubt about it. As Krishna says many times in Bhagavad Gita, Asamsayam, there is no doubt about it. So we have got the opportunity to understand everything in detail scientifically. Scientifically. That's very important. Everything in Bhagavad Gita is science. Everything is science. So we understand very well. So Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says about the soul, especially about ourself, about soul. The only place we can get knowledge about ourself is this Bhagavad Gita. The only book which gives us the knowledge is this Bhagavad Gita. So only from Bhagavad Gita, by studying this, understanding it, we know very well that we are the soul. But now we need to live in that consciousness all the time. We need to live in this soul consciousness. We should be living all the time, doing all the activities which make sense in terms of this soul, that we are not the body, we are the soul. That is possible only by knowing all the slokas taught by Krishna in Bhagavad Gita. Everything. All the questions asked by Arjuna, we should know very well, and all the answers given by Krishna, we should know very well. So if you know all these things very well, then we will be able to refer to this Bhagavad Gita and then follow all these slokas. And it is the most confidential knowledge. Not everybody can become specialist in this Bhagavad Gita. Not everybody can become expert in this Bhagavad Gita. Only 1 in 1,000 is eligible. Is only 1 in 1,000 can become expert in this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. And we got admission. Krishna has given us admission. So we are studying already. We have already enrolled in the school of Bhagavad Gita. And Krishna is already giving us this knowledge, and we are already making progress, and we have understood so many slokas, so many chapters. So, and we keep studying. We will never stop. The study of Bhagavad Gita should never ever be stopped, because it is a continuous source of enlightenment, continuous source of happiness. This Bhagavad Gita gives us so much happiness in our life. So that way we will become very intelligent. With the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, it's not only we are gaining the knowledge, but also we are gaining the buddhi, we are gaining the intelligence. Because once we are, what is the meaning of intelligence? Intelligence means one who is not attracted to the material sense objects. That's what is called intelligence. Nateshu ramate budagam. Nateshu ramate budagam means an intelligent person does not participate in cheap material sense enjoyment. So that is what is called real intelligence. So the real intelligence means not getting attached to material sense objects. And for that, we need to train our mind. Because our mind is the one which gets attached to the sense objects. Because the desires are entering into our mind. And our mind is the one which focuses on the sense objects, which thinks about the sense objects. Ya aste manasasmaran indriyarthan. Ya aste manasasmaran indriyarthan vimudatma. But if you just replace that indriyarthan by Krishna, then it is not vimudatma. Then that is buddhiman. Ya aste manasasmaran Krishna buddhiman. Whereas ya aste manasasmaran indriyarthan vimudatma. So a person who thinks about the material sense objects, who remembers about the material sense objects, who thinks about the material sense objects is a fool. Whereas a person who thinks about Krishna is a devotee, is a bhakta, is a buddhiman, is an intelligent person. That's what buddhiman. Sabuddhiman manusyesu sayuktaga Krishna karmakra. That's what Krishna is saying. That's sabuddhiman manusyesu. So that way we need to just put in there like manasa smaran Krishna. We need to remember Krishna with our mind. Dhyayato visayan pumsaga sangaste supajayate. So if we think about the material sense objects, we will develop attachment to them. But same thing happens. Dhyayato visayan, dhyayato Krishna pumsaga sangaste supajayate. That also is possible. So dhyayato, the main thing is dhyayato, meditating, thinking. So dhyayato visayan pumsaga sangaste supajayate. So if we think about the material sense objects, we develop attachment to them. But if we think about Krishna, then we will develop attachment to Krishna. But when we are attached to material sense objects, then kama, krodha, everything, sammoha, smriti vibhramaga, then buddhinasa, all such things happen. If we are attached to material sense objects. But if you are attached to Krishna, if you think about Krishna, when we develop attachment to Krishna, then it is prema, bhakti, buddhi, or buddhi intelligence is very well established, all such things. And smriti will be very strong. Smriti is not vibhramaga. Smriti becomes very powerful, very strong. So that's what happens, and there is no anger. So it is a science. This Bhagavad Gita is a science, and we need to develop attachment to Krishna. And how we can develop attachment to Krishna, how we can think about Krishna all the time. That is possible only if we know about Krishna. Without even knowing about Krishna, how are we going to remember Krishna all the time? So then the question comes that how we can know about Krishna. We can know about Krishna simply by studying Bhagavad Gita, simply by listening to him. Studying this entire Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is teaching so many times Krishna is saying that ma, me, mama, all such things. So then we know about Krishna. So then we will be able to do everything for Krishna like Arjuna fought for Krishna. Like Arjuna fought for Krishna, we will be able to do everything only for Krishna as an offering unto Krishna. So when such things are possible in our life with the knowledge of this Bhagavad Gita, then our knowledge comes. We will get the knowledge. Otherwise, our knowledge is covered by kama. Avartam jnana metena jnanino nitya vairina kama rupena kaunteya duspurena analayna. So, but we need to bring out our knowledge. So, jnanena tu tadajnanam yesam nasitam atmanaga. So, with our knowledge, our ignorance should be destroyed. Tesam aditya vajnanam prakasayati tatparam. So like the sun, when it lights up everything, so when we get the knowledge, then everything will become very clear. We have to see this world through the eyes of knowledge, jnana chakshusara. So that way, this Bhagavad Gita is the fire of knowledge, boat of knowledge, lamp of knowledge, eyes of knowledge, everything is this Bhagavad Gita, weapon of knowledge. So, by Krishna's mercy, we are getting this knowledge. That is the main thing. We are getting this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita by Krishna's mercy. And by Krishna's mercy, we are understanding more and more and more about Krishna. So that means when we know more and more about Krishna, we are going to fall in love with Krishna. We are going to dedicate our life unto Krishna. We are going to do everything only for Krishna's satisfaction, because Krishna is everything in our life. So that kind of life we will get it if we have this complete knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. So in the 10th chapter, Krishna is saying that everything I am, aham. So that's what we are studying. Adityanam aham Vishnu, Rudranam Sankarastasmi, Senaninam aham Skandaga. Everything. Krishna is saying that I am everything. Datakam Visvato Mukam, I am the Lord Brahma. And Ramaga Sastra Pratagam, I am the Rama. Pandavanam Arjuna, of the Pandavas I am Arjuna. So wherever we see anyone is doing anything great, that is Krishna. That is the main thing. Everything is Krishna. Without Krishna, there is nothing. That's what we need to understand. So, but there is that word without Krishna itself has no meaning, because Krishna is there, and Krishna is there everywhere. So that way, by Krishna's causeless mercy, we are very fortunate to get this knowledge. So then in this sloka, what we studied in the 25th sloka in the last class, Maharshinam Bruguraham Jiramasmi Yekam Aksharam Yajnanam Japayajnosmi Stavaranam Himalayaka. That's what we studied. So Krishna is saying that of all the Maharishis, I am Bhrigu. Then I am of all the sound vibrations, I am the syllable Om. And then Krishna said that of all the yajnas, I am Japa Yajna, chanting Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. That is the best yajna. So we should chant Hare Krishna every day, Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. That way we can remember Krishna. We can focus, we can fix our mind on Krishna. So that's what is very important. So then of all the immovable things, I am the Himalaya, Stavaranam Himalaya. So now in the next sloka, what we are studying in the sloka number 26, Krishna is continuing that. Asvattaga sarva vrikshanam devarishinam cha naradaga gandharvanam chitraratega siddhanam kapilo munihi. Asvattaga Sarva Vrikshanam, of all the trees, Sarva Vrikshanam, I am the banyan. So Krishna is the banyan tree. Of all the trees, I am the banyan. Asvattaga Sarva Vriksha. Because that tree lives for longer, and it's a banyan tree, Krishna is saying. Devarishinam cha Naradaga. Of the sages among demigods, I am Narada. So Narada is the son of Lord Brahma. So that's what is Narada. So he's the Devarishi. And Krishna is saying that I am Narada. Of all the rishis, the sages among demigods, Devarishis, I am Narada. Devarishinam cha Naradaga. Gandharvanam Chitraradaga. Of all the Gandharvas who are good singers, who are very beautiful, so I am the Chitrarada. So who is famous. So of all the Gandharvas, I am Chitrarata. So Gandharvanam Chitrarataga. Siddhanam Kapilo Muni. So Kapila, Lord Kapila is the son of Devahuti. So he is Krishna's avatar. Krishna's avatar, Lord Kapila. So he is Siddhanam, he is the Siddha. So of all the Siddhas, I am Kapila Muni. So that's what Krishna is saying, that of all the perfected beings, I am the sage Kapila, Siddhana. Siddhi means perfection. So Kapila, Kapila Muni. That way, Krishna is everything. That's what we need to understand. So Krishna is the supreme personality of God. Krishna is the original Adi Purusha. So Krishna is there in Goloka. So from Goloka, the supreme personality of God, Sri Krishna, he directly came to this world, directly came to this earth. As Krishna, that same Krishna came directly to this earth. Ajopisan avyayatma bhutanam iswaropisan prakritim swamadhishtaya sambhavami atmamaya. Just 5,000 years ago, that's it. This earth is billions of years old, 4.3 billion years old. Just 5,000 years ago, that same supreme personality of God from Goloka, he directly came here. And he gave us this knowledge that we are not the body, we are the soul. And Krishna gave us this knowledge that we are controlled by the three modes of material nature all the time. And Krishna gave us the knowledge that just by surrendering unto Him, just by performing, rendering devotional service unto Him, we are going to go to Krishna as well. We are going to free ourselves from the three modes of material nature, and we are going to go to Krishna as well. So this is the knowledge for us to get out of this material world. And Krishna's costless mercy, we are getting this knowledge. And by Krishna's mercy, we have successfully finished this sloka number 26 today in the 10th chapter. Hare Krishna. I will stop now and we'll discuss if any questions are there. Hare Krishna.